Hey, 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 everybody. I'm back. I'm back because I don't like what I see. I love what I see with the people rallying, the support that the truckers are getting, but protesting the enemy is not effective. Just look at what's happening. Now, your sheriff stands alone. Alone. Just like me right here. I'm standing alone. You get a group of men, go in and talk to that sheriff. We have arrest power. We do. We have all power. We own this government. It's been infiltrated by the British. They've overtaken our judicial and our legislative. And everything that the police do is administrative. They can't do that to you if you know who you are. And you should know who you are, and you should know who the enemy is. And you should know where your power is. The sheriff is the highest law enforcement officer on the land. If you want to gather together like that, do it to the sheriff. But don't go out there honking your horns, blocking the roads. Put them in your court. In your court, the highest court, right? For you people who haven't been here before, this is the structure. You got the creator, God's law. Creator created man. We live under natural law, God's law. We created free government, state government. Below that is federal government. State is to protect you from federal overreach. Don't ever forget that. Now, what's between the government, the three branches of government, and the owners? We the people. Well, there's a couple of levels. So from your three branches of government, where your Supreme Court is, low-level court, in the judicial. They don't try cases. All right. You go up, you got your sheriff. You go up one more, you got your grand juries. You go up one more, you got your assembly, your assemblymen. You go up one more, you got we the people. It's that simple. And we got two sheriff's departments here. We're going to be putting wanted posters in there, dead or alive, for the sheriff and the undersheriff. And we're going to also put their court cases in there, along with Gretchen Whitmer's wanted poster and others. I stayed up, worked the night, made the corrections in the files. I got out and I got all them cases filed. Now, because we don't know the order of the Constitutional Accountability Committee, every case is the same. Only thing that changes is the first page. Here's all the first pages. And every one of them has a man's name on here. I don't have my glasses on. Mike Brockovich, James Kessel, Leelanau County. Edward Stern, Benjamin Lowe, Roscommon County. All right. Got 81 counties here. Then we have the rest of the court case. Which is here. All right. So that's got to be duplicated. Then there's the exhibits. 80 times this has got to get printed. 80 times. 81 times. Then we got to print the wanted posters. 83 times. We got to print the assembly join-up sheets 83 times. We got to print the grand jury pool join-up sheets 83 times. Then we got to pay for the men to travel to 83 counties 2 times. They got to go back, don't they? They're going to find out if these executive orders have been followed through or not. And if not, they're putting up wanted posters for that sheriff and undersheriff in his lobby. All right? This is how you get control, people. Making complaints to the enemy, getting a bar attorney to help you, that's the enemy. All right. Took a lot of work for me to go through all the steps that I have been through all the court cases I have been through. A lot to get to this point. Okay. All our legislators had to fail. They did. Sheriff's departments had to fail. They did. The military, 3 garrison commanders in court of record, open court of record, agree to charge of treason. The military failed. So back to the Constitution. That's when we went to Barry County with executive order in an open court of record. Barry County Sheriff decides he's a treasonous rat. Is that what we want with our elected official? Who stands alone. Stands alone. You can replace him, take his place, and you have the power. You can deputize as many men as you want. You need 100 men, you get them. You need 1,000 men, you'll get them. You need 10,000 men and you need sheriffs from every other county joining you. I'm expanding the sheriff's jurisdiction statewide, upper and lower peninsula. You can get every other sheriff department with you. Sheriffs, if you don't have our backs, It's not going to be good for you. You got our backs, we got your back. Now, we're not going to do this going in protesting. We own this government. This is court. Constitutional accountability is going to be serving the court case on these sheriffs. They're the process servers. They're also the Constitutional Accountability Committee. They have work to do. They have things to deliver. They have things to get posted. They have a message to deliver. And then they got to go back. Not blowing horns. Not making complaints. Video recording. $50,000. That's all we're looking for. $50,000. Let's see a little money come over. You know, putting a core team together, that was like climbing Mount Everest butt naked. I'm not kidding. The fear, the spinelessness, the emasculation of the men. But you can protest. But you can't go face your sheriff eyeball to eyeball with a court case. If he's not a treasonous rat, then he's good to go. If he's a treasonous rat, put him in his jail. We own this government, people. That's one man. No state police, no bylaw police, no FBI. Nobody's got authority to get involved. None of them. So I want to convey that message. There's a notary seal and a notary stamp and a notary signature and my autograph on every one of them court cases, 81 of them. On the sheriff and undersheriff. There's 2 undersheriffs I can't find. Maybe they're looking for a replacement. I'm not sure. We'll find out. What's the poll say? Poll says, I think it says 100%. All right, that's good. I got a smart audience, I do. It's beautiful. We need cojones. I know. It's been tough for a lot of you just to give me a thumbs up because you think the FBI is going to come get you. They are low level. Get your Americans Notice of Liability facilitated. Own your authority. Understand who you are. We got all the power, people. Court cases are filed. Court team is together. We just need the funding. Now, Christopher Key can get all kind of money for billboards. Truckers can get millions of dollars to go protest and honk their horns. and then get trashed by the servants, get starved, get their fuel taken away from them in the wintertime, block them from traveling where they want to go, and much worse. I've seen much worse. That's because of the enemy, the bar. British accredited registry, British agents, Black's Law, Black Book, Black Magic, spelling, fiction, assumptions and presumptions, administrating free men because you have been brainwashed to give up your rights. It's just as simple. So I've been down the yellow brick road. I pull back the curtain. I explain it to you. Let's do some fundraising. Let's share these videos. Now, we don't need honking and carrying on when the Constitutional Accountability Committee is doing this. Now, people gathering peacefully, parking their cars in an appropriate area and walking or getting a ride and getting dropped off. That's one thing. Do that in support of the Constitutional Accountability Committee. Don't be there doing no rebel rousing. And if there's any rebel rousing going on, good people put a stop to it. Because we're not going to let this get turned around on us. Lord have mercy. I know y'all seeing the things I'm seeing. It's not good, is it? It's just not good. These court cases are ready to go. We got a lot of printing to do. It's going to take some money. It's going to take some time. Team's got to travel. That's gas. We got to give them a per diem, food, lodging. We're going to get it done. 83 sheriff's departments visited in a matter of days. 81 of them being sheriff and undersheriff being dragged into the people's court. It's powerful. So that's my message. I worked most all night, got out early. I wanted to just close my eyes and get a few hours rest, but looking at what's going on, my conscience just wouldn't let me. It's ready to go, people. Court cases are filed. They need to be served. Education needs to be given. And the power of the people needs to get used. Let's pray for all them good people out there, the truckers and all them supporting them. All over the world, this is going on. But you do see there are some international common law courts, and there are some arrests that are happening. In some countries, people are going to the police and making the police go with them to the sheriff. Interesting. Not the way I'd go. But interesting. And it worked. I don't think it'd work here. It might. But I know dealing with the sheriff's going to work. He stands alone. And when Tim Dever and Rob Emerson with the People's Bureau of Investigation went down there to represent my position and have a talk with him and show him the court case that's coming on him if he doesn't be a constitutional sheriff. And they went to a constitutional sheriff's meeting. It was Dar Leaf's constitutional meeting. Or it was a constitutional meeting and the sheriff was there. And it's a regular thing. So he's listening to Sheriff Mack and his ombudsman. Sheriff Mack is against assemblies. The Sheriff Mack says deal with the Attorney General. Sheriff Mack is just a gatekeeper for the enemy. However, there's 400 men in that posse, I understand. 400 men in that posse. I think they want to be constitutional, but they're scared. So they need to know we got their back. It's just that simple. And if you don't have our back, there's a lot more of us than there are you, buddy. You stand alone. Alone. In the county. Oh, good. All right, people. That's the message. Pray for all them good people. Own your authority. Just looking for $50,000. I'm going to get this done in a matter of days, and the whole world's watching. Nobody will report on this. Nobody. But they will. Once we do this, they'll have to. All right. Peace. Much love. Don't protest. Own your authority and demand